And this is the lower bracket semi-final of TeD's special Funny Cup. The loser of this is out and will be eliminated from this tournament, ending up 4th place. Still a bit of money for participation, but yeah. Lucifer is representing Team Lin. He is in a team with 120, of course, the team captain Lin and Sok. So 3 Koreans, 1 Chinese. Team FoCuS is all Korean. FoCuS, Lawlight, Shimiko, and the aforementioned Soin. So we have an Undead versus Orc matchup here. Soin pretty good in that matchup. Not the flashiest play style. Relies a lot on raiders and stuff, but let's see. Maybe he has some tricks up his sleeve here for Lucifer. And I kind of fucked up the production. Had so much time. Could have fixed it before. There we go. And in-game sound as well. So, spawning in the upper left, as Undead, is the former legend Lucifer. Or still a legend Lucifer, ESWC winner from 2006 nonetheless. But that's 12 years ago, you know? That is, he saw his heights like a decade ago. But he's still hanging around, still entertaining the masses, and of course trying to achieve victory for his team here. This is King of the Hill style, so best of 1, loser gets replaced by another teammate, and the winner stays on. And 1 team member can be revived, so it's first to 5 here in this format. Only on Sunday we're gonna have the Clan War format again. Lucifer starting out with an early DK, late Fiends. On the other side, on Soin's side, we have Blade Master with a 1 Burrow Tech most likely and a shop towards the creep spot. So we will creep this first, then get some items and then go over to harassment. Acolyte is scouting this. Since he has a few resources at the beginning, he can easily do that. Oh, actually, he's opening up with, okay, 4 ghouls. I was just thinking, like, what the hell, 4 ghouls? But it's just a misclick. Now he has the resources for the Rod of Necromancy and starts his creeping as well. Ancient Isles, I think a fairly balanced map in this matchup. I think I'm a little too loud, right? At least when I'm starting to scream later. This will certainly be too loud, so this is better. So if something's wrong with the audio levels, please let me know. Blade Master gets the first experience here, Circuit of Nobility, a nice find for him. And Lucifer starting to creep here as well, taking out the Trapper first. And with the help of the ghouls, he will get close to level 2 himself with good usage of the Rod of Necromancy here. Blade Master's making his way over, goes to the shop first to get the second circlet, and of course sold his town portal already. Soin is not in time to creep jack this at all. Gloves of Haste for the Undead. So this should be pretty safe for Lucifer. But the ghouls are hurt, so he has to make sure that the Blade Master can't really reach this one. An Acolyte's still scouting here, because some orcs try to snipe the Overlord, the Warlords here at the laboratory to get the items, who are pretty strong. So you have to make sure to punish this, or to deny it. And this is the usual stuff on Ancient Isles. Slow opening, most of the time slow mid-game. Attack is 50% done for Soin, competing with 1/3 of attack for Lucifer, but I guess with a Fiend build order, that's fine. And Lucifer is still running away from this Blade Master, or no, from, what was it, the Scout Grunt, right? Denies some hits, saves his ghouls, saves the experience here, and the Blade Master left the 2 other creeps here, so he's not as close to level 2 as Lucifer is, therefore spend a little time going to the shop. Did not go for the second circlet. Maybe he thinks that he doesn't need that one too much. Okay. So this results in a pretty fast tech. But less creeping, since he's stuck on 1 grunt. Due to the 1 burrow tech. But more and more are coming. It's quite standard. And Lucifer, what can he do? He's skipping Fiends completely so far. The first one only coming up now. But still no level 2. And is this the Warlord creep already, the before mentioned? Yes it is. With grunts you can creep that fairly easy, but Lucifer is around and he has several coils to work with. So the poison is on the grunts now, they take damage. And this will result in a kill. And this was good scouting by Lucifer. Oh, actually he saves this one with the speed scroll. So quite a bit of investment into the heal self and the speed scroll to save this. But Soin's game plan, kind of ruined. Can't go for the early red spot. And as I said before, oh, this could still be a kill. Oh, nice steal. Now he has level 2 for the Unholy Aura. Can't go into the main base though. He would be stuck otherwise. Shadowhunter tier 3 tech Beastery. Normal meta from Soin. No double Beastery mass raiders. We've seen that quite a bit from Soin. Early sacrificial pit, so kind of the WFZ playstyle. So he denied the Blade Master's level 2 for now. He denied the red spot for now. He got a grunt super low, so that's like 3 invested heal cells. I think Lucifer's game is quite nice thus far. Tier 3 tech is on the way as well. He didn't lose a Fiend. And so the Shadowhunter Hex can't accomplish too much. Except creeping with 1 additional Berserker here. And it's also time for Lucifer to move out now, with 2 Fiends and some Skeletons, and statues coming out early. He could punish this. There's not too much anti-air in this army, only the Shadowhunter and the Berserker. So this will take some time. Finally level 2 for the Blade Master, but Lucifer is not checking the mercenary camp, rather going for his own laboratory to get the red spot. And if that's a Wen of the Wind, that can be devastating. Or a Book of the Dead. It's heal wards, which is also nice for creeping. On the other side, we have the Sobi Mask. 2 very good items here at the beginning of tier 2. Speed scroll engagement. This could be hard for Lucifer. 2 of the Nightcrawlers still around. First Hex coming in against the Crypt Fiend, and that's a guaranteed kill. Can't invest a coil into that, or he could, but that would be a waste as the first Raider is there, and we have plenty of Hex to work with. That's exactly why this timing can be so good. 4 Orcs. You have double disable, and no chance to do anything against that on the undead side. What's the Sobi Mask doing? Sobi Mask increases mana regeneration by 50%. So since the Shadowhunter is using a lot of mana, that helps a lot. And the heal wards are basically what they say. It's a little ward that heals you. That can be killed easily, so that's why it's rather used for creeping than in fights, because if your opponent is good, he will kill the wards easily. Level 2.6 Shadowhunter already. It's quite a good progress for him. He wants, of course, to achieve level 3 as soon as possible. Fighting without level 2 heal wave is not really what you want. On the undead side, we have a Gargoyle. So Lucifer is totally expecting a Zeppelin play and drops into the base. And he wants to cancel it with that. Okay, but kind of a waste of resources since Soin is absolutely not going for that. Orb of Corruption on the Lich for -5 armor on the target. Oh, nice Hex by Soin. So Lich gets full experience. Since you're hexed, you don't get experience. Now it's too low. Audio's fine. Just don't scream. That's not my style.
A player's forces are
so is the in-game too loud? Can you just give me a little feedback on that? Would be nice. So that was, of course, a nice boost for the Lich, but you want the DK on level 3. Same reason since you want the Shadowhunter to level 3, because level 2 coil is so much better than the level 1 coil, and Soin caught up. All good, all good, all good. Nice, thank you guys. So Lucifer has to creep now, quite a bit, and that gives Soin some map control. He has a shade here to see if a Blade Master is around for another creep jack. It's a Dreadlord third, kind of the new meta in Undead versus Orc, and we're getting ready for the next fight, which Lucifer should not take at all. We have the Orb of Corruption, Double Circlet, Sobi Mask, TC, level 3 SH, all the good things in favor of the Orc at the moment. 1 Destroyer in the air, 47 supply, goes for a heavy nuke on the Blade Master early, but he does have an Invo Potion. The Shadowhunter a little out of control, or out of position, but since he's getting that Destroyer most likely, it's okay. Nice Coil Nova on that Raider to take that one out, but double stomp on the heroes, well done by the TC. And now the Dreadlord is coming in, and that could turn the tide of the fight here with Sleep on the Blade Master. Kind of depends on how well Soin is dealing with this and how fast he can wake up the Blade Master. So far, not too many sleeps, but Lucifer is getting some kills here. 2 Raiders lost. The Berserker is also low. Where's the next sleep? We're waiting for it. There we go, we heard it. Can't invest another coil since he doesn't have it, but the Destroyer and Frostborn shots are taking care of this, so that's finally level 3. So despite the Dreadlord, poor Dreadlord getting killed. But it's only a level 1 hero, so that's fine. Saves the Fiend for that. So down to 45. Lucifer at 39. And now the Orc is marching forward. Still with the triple hero. Not too much mana to work with though, but the Purges are making sure that he gets the second destroyer, so that's 10 supply gone. 10 supply heavy air gone. Yeah man, these purge procs on the Orb of Lightning are quite sick. Can't really run away from it anymore. So, Trollhead Hunters here, War Drums here. Good upgrades again. Dreadlord will be back in a bit, more statues coming, and yeah, Lucifer took that fight rather well for having only level 1 coil, but lost the hero, lost 2 destroyers, didn't get too many items out of the Orc, only a bit of mana, so in picking a good timing for this fight, and winning it in the end. But I mean, this is nothing is lost for Lucifer, can always come back. Especially with hero nukes, so it has to make sure to get a few more invulns, I guess. He has 1 and a heal potion on the TC, that's nice. Watch a ward by Lucifer. And this is the exact same position as in the last fight. He has a heal ward in the back, which is not denied by Soin, quite a mistake. Sleep on the Blade Master again, taking care of this Raider, so less disable. TC with a big stomp, nice coil. The Kodo has not eaten yet and has nothing in range, really. Switching the target on the Shadow Hunter, which is down to 50%. Kodo Beast as well. But he can't get the kills. A little premature coil here. Could have saved that for later. No level 2 TC aura here. So he's missing the attack speed and the movement speed boost from double heal self-used on the Shadow Hunter and the Kodo Beast. And Lucifer coming back quite strong into this game, but he used the ghouls for that. He used quite a bit of skeletons for that. And he still doesn't have a level 3 Lich, so it's okay to nuke Raiders with Coil Nova, but it's not very efficient yet. So do we see a Banshee transition? No. Still at 50. Still no third here. No damage mitigation here. But on AI, the Blade Master isn't that pimped, so he doesn't need that too much. But now it's time for the Headhunters to join the fray, and they provide quite a bit of damage. Healing wards on So Inside as well, but with a Lich and Destroyers, should easily be taken care of. Dragonfalls here as well. Flip of Accuracy, 10% boost on the damage of every ranged unit. And since the Undead Army is basically just ranged army, this is really nice. Boots of Speed for the Lich is never wrong as well. Vamp Aura, if he adds some Abominations later, that's quite fine. Pretty close game we have here to the start of this clan war. Blade Master is not level 4, that means no critical strike level 2, damage multiplier absolutely lacking. But we do have the TC Aura now for additional movement speed and attack speed, so that helps. More Headhunters, more Kodos. Kodos have the 20% damage aura now. So he has to make sure to keep them alive, and having a backup Kodo is never wrong. If you're good, or if you're lucky to have a good position, then you can snack 6 supply out of the Undead Army, but that's rather unrealistic, I guess. Double Invo Potion, I guess. Oh, triple Invo Potion, actually. 1 for each hero, and the heal potion is still alive as well. So Soin knows that Lucifer's best chance is a hero focus, and he's preparing for that. Temple of the Damned for Banshees. Curse on the way. Next creep spot for Soin, and he's getting ready for the expansion now. Double Watchtower with reinforced defenses. TC level 3, and that's a huge upgrade. The storm duration is just so much longer with level 2 than it is with level 3.
Forces are under attack.
Lucifer is ready to break upkeep, but he's super short on lumber. I think he pulled 1 Google with him the entire time. So he needs the wood. So in a good position, setting up the towers. Is under the protection of his heal ward. And is quite beefy in general. Scout Skeleton moving out. Checks, okay, is he going for an expansion? Then I have to push rather fast. Is it worth it to put the Torrent Chieftain with Aura into the base to have faster peons walking? Good idea, but no. You need it for the army. And you don't get much more gold. The gold mine is always saturated with 5 peons. So here's the tiny Great Hall. Big investment for Soin. He prepared for that though. He's at 60 supply. So he broke upkeep as well, while Lucifer is just idling in the base. He has one big push in him, but if the expansion starts to pay off, it's so hard. Is Soin going for Dispel? No. So there's gonna be a lot of curse on this army. And that is a big mischance for the units. He has the space for 2 more destroyers. Oh, actually 1 more destroyer only. Going for an abomination? Yes. So he does have normal damage against the headhunters and raiders. He has the vamp aura, which is nice for them. 1 invo potion, but that's it. Oh, if he gets a purge and is a little lucky with the crits, this could be a killed fiend. A shop up here as well. Someone is playing this really smart and calm. The second destroyer is up. 70 supply push by Lucifer inbound. He has 2 banshees. Only initiate though, so no possession possible. The abomination is a little out of position. And he's not going to break the expansion since there are 2 towers. He wants to break the base. But that's quite hard. The army is coming in. There is a little bit of a choke here. So the melee army of Soin will have a hard time. Abomination is up front, statues in the back, hard to... Oh, Scroll of Protection! Instant sleep! Stomp not hitting too much here. And there's no Dispel, so +2 armor on the entire undead army. The Wyvern almost taken out. Second sleep here. The Dreadlord is not level 3 though, so that's quite expensive. Third sleep. He does not take out the Wyvern. I think that's a mistake. Massive Stomp. Try to nuke on the Blade Master. Is he taking out the range army? Oh, Lucifer with the heal ward. Only now taking out the Blade Master with quite a few misses here. There's also a heal ward, and now denied as well. Lucifer at 65 supply, another Nova into all the Berserkers. That was nice, and Soin is heavily dropping in supply. But that could change soon. 1 coil to save that fiend, the other one is hurt and gets killed. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. And yeah, no sleep anymore, so the Dreadlord is basically useless right now. Ah, there's one. Did he get level 3 in the fight? No, he didn't. Oh man, Soin is getting wrecked here. The expansion may be a little too greedy, but he needs it. Double level 4 for both first heroes. But so many skeletons. Lucifer never forgot to use the Rod of Necromancy, which is really important against all those raiders and headhunters, since the skeletons do extra damage to them. Oop. Nice stop. Again. Doesn't go for a surround though. There is a town portal. Still curse, still fiend, still 2 destroyers. And still mana to work with, so this Dreadlord should be safe. And he's getting so much HP back from this Vamp Aura at the moment. 1 Invo Potion remaining on each hero of the Orc. So Lucifer deciding not to go for the hero kills is so smart and so well done. So he kills the entire army before going for the heroes. And sleep, 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 sleep. Now with the Dreadlord being level 2. Sleep is a lot cheaper. Decent stomp again. The Kodos have eaten that 7 supply in the stomachs here. He really should go for them, but they are so tanky. Wants to take out the Blade Master, forces him into an invul. But I think the damage is lacking now for Lucifer. Sleep on the Wyvern? What was that? Okay, now he's going for the Kodos. The A-bomb should be back in a bit. Oh, the TC is surrounded. Can't get out. He used his invul before. Well done. Level 4 here as well, and Lucifer is certainly winning this. He has a counter expansion in the back as well, so he doesn't have to push Soin's expansion, since it's 1 base versus 1 base. Takes out the Wyvern now as well. And wins this fight pretty clearly. There's still 3 supply in this stomach, but that's alright. 900 gold remaining in the main gold mine here, 830 here. Wow, that was quite an intensive fight, man. TC is coming back. Very, very expensive. for Soin now. Shadowhunter gets good mana though. Invulns and heal potions on everything, so he's not investing too much into rebuilding the army. He stays at 45 supply in no upkeep, so he's getting 20 gold at the moment. Lucifer only 14. So this could bring him back into the game. If he banks a bit of money and then goes into upkeep a little later to not pay taxes all the time like Lucifer does. But it's a risky play. It's certainly a risky play. Blade Master scouts this. He's alright, there's a shade. Needs a little bit more mana before pushing again. Soon is breaking upkeep now with 300 gold in the bank. Nothing on the SH. Oh, sleep here. He can decide the position now. Coil Nova to cut the HP of the Blade Master in half immediately. So he has to respond with a heal wave before the fight even breaks out. And he gets web against the Wyvern. I like that one. Shop in the back as well. Caster should be protected, especially if he fights into that choke. The Dreadlord is waiting in the woods for a hidden sleep or something. So it's really interesting who's gonna carry now. The Orc heroes with the Kodo Beast or the Undead heroes. I mean, we have so many potions on so inside. They can't survive all the nukes. But since the Dreadlord is level 3 now, in the beginning of the fight, he has a lot more sleep and a lot more disable. The main gold mines are down, by the way, so both down on one base, 61 versus 68. How do you like this army? It's 6 headhunters. That's nice. 2 Wyvern for additional damage, since he knows he has to fight in chokes. Lucifer is just protecting his expo. We have 1 invoke potion for him. Oh, 2 actually. So both are aware that, like, if a hero dies, the game is most likely over. Lucifer has to make sure that the Kodos won't eat too much. Hard against the Abomination. Or for the Abomination.
A player's forces
but against Fiends, he
attack.
can protect that. So Soin plays it like Lucifer before. Not going for the expansion. Not being forced into a choke position, but rather attack the main base, which is also, you know, never fight into an undead base. So with sleep, can he force a better position this, or another good position? Going for the Kodo immediately. The critical mass of Wyvern is certainly not reached here. Web coming in, so if he can take out those 12 supply, the damage is basically gone from this army, except the Blade Master, massive stomp. But as long as he doesn't get the DK, I don't think the storms are too important yet. It's a little damage mitigation, but he can always heal against it, so it's not that bad. Blade Master, oh my god, not waking up for such a long time and immediately slept again. He hits a lot with the Stomp here, but still the DK is alive. There's the next coil. There we go. Sleep over sleep over sleep over sleep. And Soin is just losing a lot of units here. Even the Acolytes are fighting with him. Almost a surround there. He's moving the Acolytes as he trapped again. Has to force an Invul potion there. But I think once these 7 seconds are over, the TC is gonna melt. There's no nuke anymore. The Destroyer a little bit out of position. Gets attacked by all those headhunters. But now the Kodo lost the Abomination, and she's in the perfect position to kill the Abominations now. Level 4 on the Dreadlord. This Vamp Aura so good now, and the TC dies for the second time. Level 5 for Baron Morte. And Lucifer has this game. 66 supplies still. Coil Nova, right clicks, Shadow Hunter, another Invul. But it's only delaying the inevitable. Boom! Shadow Hunter dead. Soin losing 2 heroes in this fight. GG! The Orc is gone and Lucifer stays alive after 24 minutes, claiming the first map for his team, for Team Lin. who takes the lead now, and FoCuS is down to 3 players in the revive. FoCuS, Lawliot, or Chimiko. We have quite a few subs here coming into this game. Thank you very much, the Tommy Check for 2 months of resubbing, Hotfix Guru for 3 months and sending a smiley. Smiley back, mate. Exodon TV, also 3-month resub. Back to Warcraft and Rocket Beans TV offline event, question mark. Both are from Hamburg. GG. That would be the dream, man. Maybe with a German all-star lineup or something. Buddha13337 has subscribed. Thank you. Zephyr2 for a 21-month resub. And Barbedy1 as well. Like, you both subbed at the same time and you're sticking with this channel. Right to the fields, guys. Thanks a lot for the support. We're going into a little break here because we have to decide the map and the next player for Team FoCuS. Could be Chimiko. He's not that great against... Oh, is he? You know, against Undead? I don't know. Lawlight or FoCuS could all be options, all viable. So, let's see what's the seeding for Team FoCuS. See you in a bit. So, second game. Lucifer again facing an Orc. This time the Orc is way stronger since it is the former bronze medalist of GCS, FoCuS. Here we have the players, both from Korea, both along, or around for a very long time. They actually played in the same clan for quite some time, when it was Meteor Makers days at WC3L back then. FoCuS is just a beast against Undead. You can see it here, 67%, also 64% versus Lucifer. A lot of wins last year, I guess. But FoCuS dropped in the group stage of the last GCS, so he might not be in tip-top shape. On the other side, he won Ross Brain Cup last Sunday in a very dominating fashion, actually. Coming through the winner bracket, defeating Foggy in the finals 3-1. That looked like a walk in the park for him, for the biggest Western competition that we have, or Western Korean competition. The map is different. Oops, I forgot something. It's 1-0 for Team Lin. Lucifer still representing Team Lin. FoCuS, of course, the team captain of his own team, who has to catch up now. If it's 2-0, then it's getting really hard to come back into this series, since Team Lin has still Lin and 1-2-0. Best Orc, best Undead in the world. Most likely. So, Rock is a lot bigger than AI, but usually a lot more action-packed. Also, we see bigger items on the heroes. Here I have 4 consumables here, 4 big consumables here, 4 red spots, and the shops who can provide decent items as well. FoCuS has his patented FoCuS creep on this map, where you go with the Blade Master alone to the shop and creep the Magi to get the ward and the item, but he goes for the Sea Turtle first. Lucifer's scouting this. He's okay, I don't have to go to the shop that early to harass this. 1 burrow attack with shop, so that's pretty normal as well. He himself starting with an early DK, late Fiends, and Turtle Creep 2. So many people said that this map is the best Undead map, which is in general true, but against Orc it's basically 50-50. If you're coming back to Warcraft after a long time, you might think that, oh, Undead has no chance against Orc, but man, that changed! We saw Lucifer beating Soin in the same matchup before. So what's Lucifer doing now? Is 4 skeletons? Is he pulling the ghouls? No, just looked like that for a second. And this is exactly what I mean. FoCuS creeping this, blocking or running with Windwalk behind the trappers so the warriors can't attack. That gives him the time, usually, to kill the Magi. This time it's getting a little close, but he's getting it anyway. And the Ring of Regeneration is so nice. 2 HP per second of regen, plus the heal selves. He will be back to full HP in no time. And especially since you're roaming around with the Blade Master a lot and trying to creep check your opponent, trying to steal some stuff, you don't really want to go back into your base, so this Ring of Regeneration helps a lot with that playstyle. And FoCuS is one of the best doing so. This time he's a little too late. The Grunt scouts it though. He's around for quite a bit to see what Lucifer is doing, but Lucifer says, okay, I don't want this experience, I don't need that experience too much. I do have my level 2, I got the item, so that's fine. Grab the turtle spot as well for the Gottens and Slippers, so he's a little more tanky in general as well. Tech on the way, halfway done. Same here. The Orc tech in general, faster. And since it's Turtle Rock, FoCuS lets go of the DK and goes for some items here. Gloves of Haste. Almost completing the trifecta. He's a little slot starved, but since he will heal up himself with that heal wave, he will have the slot there. And then he only needs Claws for raw damage. Fiends are coming now. He once again skipped them and crept only with Skeletons and the DK. So you don't expose your army too much. Tier 2 tech is ready, and the Shadowhunter is coming. Basically the same meta that we've seen from So-In before, with the Bestiary and the rather fast Tier 3 tech. I wonder if Lucifer is going for the Shade again. I mean, the map is so big that you really want one, I guess. A for protection, B for scouting. Speaking of scouting, I really like that FoCuS is just hanging around with this grunt. He can't help too much at the moment, since he can't creep biggerish spots with the Blade Master alone. So just getting information about his opponent is crucial. Lucifer is coming in with a warrior, so he knows what's up. Can't punish this though. Is distracted by grunts. Another Ring of Regen! This is so sick now. The grunts are doing damage to the fiends at the same time, so FoCuS is making good usage of his time. Look at this. Ting, 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 ting. He will sell them most likely later on, but for this state of the game, especially when he's level 3 and is just roaming around and annoying the undead, it's almost perfect drops, I guess. Not too good for the Shadowhunter, not too good for the super late game, but for this state, it's great. Another circle here. Circles are never wrong for no hero, since they provide you with all stats. Cloak of Shadows is pretty bad though. So Lucifer, this time tier 3 as well, slightly delayed once more. Raiders and Ensnare. So this is where the Orc becomes super strong for the first time. With a level 3 Blade Master, level 2 Backstab, and longer Windwalk duration, he gets all the info that he needs. With Hex and Ensnare, he is double disabled, and is trying to get some Fiends early on. Ooh. Sacrificial Skull being used, interestingly. Blade Master can't get the last hit here. Only going for some Skeletons. Lich is out. Ooh, this is actually quite a bit of damage. Yeah, you see the regen, he's so sick. Lich not going for Nova first, Frost Armor it is, to protect his army a little better from the Blade Master, because if he's slowed, then the DPS drops significantly. And of course, movement is harder. Big a mana potion, the dream for all the undeads. Their spells are so hard, their burst damage and the heal. He relies so much on his spells that having mana is always great. This is the normal move for the Orc to do at the early stage of tier 2. Going for the first red spot, and man, what a reward. +6 on his main attribute is +6 damage and more attack speed. And since agility items gets calculated into critical strike, this helps with his passive as well. Lucifer is not giving too many red spots to his opponent though. Yes, he might have to invest into a few coils and novas, but that's fine. This is the good thing for all the Orcs. Lure out the Lord and snare him, surround him, get the big item. Knowledge, Hood of Cunning. Ooh, more agility. That is a pretty sick Blade Master already. Plus, what is it? 14, right? Plus 14 agility. Sorry about that. Tier 3 is done. We see the Dreadlord again. Shade is not looking for the army, I think. Just protecting... Okay, now he splits him from the army. Before he was protecting him from a Creepjack. In the base, Warsong Battle Drums. No reinforced defenses yet. But the TC third and the Orb of Lightning. That's a lot of damage. He's at plus 20 with the Kodo Aura. And now plus 22 with the Hood of Cunning. So I like FoCuS's positioning here. Running across the map. Making sure he gets the last remaining spots here. And with the positioning here, he's rather safe to get the third red spot. So it's 1 red spot to 3. Because the undead can't do that at all without Destroyer upgrade, without the third hero. And since his tech was later, that helps. So FoCuS was also sniping these items. Not going for the big experience, not going for the healing, but only for this one. Oh my god, the next great item. Warsong Battle Drums, the Command Aura, stacks with the War Drums. And this is plus 33 on the blade. Lucifer needs Banshees. Super fast. If he sees that, he has to go for Banshees, and he's doing that. Very likely to face a very stacked Blade Master on this map, but this is getting out of control. He's also not a glass cannon with that potion. He has a level 3 Shadow Hunter, which is nice. He has the aura for better movement. But FoCuS knows where his opponent is. He knows exactly the army composition thanks to this ward. And the Lich is not level 3. The army is not the biggest. FoCuS looks tremendous. Take a mana here for the Shadow Hunter. Could give over the one of mana sitting to the TC. Pretty rare that the Shadow Hunter is in a good range for stealing mana, so the TC is always in the middle of everything. I think that helps a lot. He needs at least 1 Banshee, and he doesn't have that yet. FoCuS is setting up towers on the back of the turtle. Lich level 3 finally. DK not level 4. He might even be going for Dark Ritual here, actually. Acolyte moving out, so FoCuS knows that Lucifer wanted to expand. He has his own tiny Great Hall. Once again, 700 gold used, but Lucifer is not breaking upkeep. So this investment should pay off for FoCuS, I guess. 33 damage. Plus 33 damage. And level 2 crit. This Blade Master is just super sick. Lucifer can't fight this. No way he can fight this. But the sleep helps to find a better position. Has to use another Windwalk there. But once again, just as in a game against Sony, he forces the first heal wave before the fight has actually begun.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is kind of greedy, man. Making Bull here, level 4. So, Dark Ritual and Death Pact or not? No, Unholy Aura 2. But the Expo FoCuS is running. And once again, it's getting quite a few items. Potion of Healing, Lesser Invul. And no reinforced defenses! He was so greedy not to go for the fortified upgrade that this tower just melts. It could have helped on the defense a lot. But now we have the Master disabled from the Orc. Nice sleep to prevent the storm. But the Blade Master can go ham here. We have Curse applied. That was a nice storm, hitting the Death Knight, so no coil possible. That results in the kill here. The ghouls are taking out super easy as well. Headhunters are coming in their stronger form. And I guess that's an easy fight to take for FoCuS here. No curse on the Blade Master. Still no curse. Still no curse. He's doing so much damage. Finally asleep. And Lucifer is taking out something. Where is the curse? There we go. There was no mana on this one. So, yeah, the destroyers are falling against all this anti-air. The damage is just insane. Boom! 165 crit. Lich is gone. Orb of Corruption gone. Lucifer stands absolutely no chance in this fight. Lich is back, but that's quite a big investment. Loses another Fiend here. Level 3 TC. This should be over. I like how he constantly has the shade there. But that was the... Oh, he has plenty of coils. So he saves the Lich one more time. But what's it worth if all you have is your heroes? Not too much. Oh my god, there's even 7 supply in the Kodo. And Lucifer's down to 38. This is ridiculous. 183 crit. Can he hex the DK or something to get the kill? Doesn't even need it. Oh! Oh, there we go. GG! Man, that was a walk in the park for FoCuS. So many sick items. Very hard to fight against that. Very hard to play against that. And in general, I think Lucifer or FoCuS is the stronger player of the two. This time, Sleep didn't go that well. Maybe Pitlord would have been better against all this damage. There were no walkers for the spell. Interesting question. Like, the curse, like the second Banshee was a little too late. Yeah, we had curse once, but not the second time. Yeah, that was just way too much. Way too much! FoCuS equalizes the series. We go into another small break here, and then we'll see who the opponent of FoCuS is. It's either Lin 1-0 or Sock. So stay tuned. Oops. There we go. Third match of the day, and it's once again the question: who takes the lead? Lucifer got one map for Team Lin. FoCuS eliminated him then, and since it's the best of the King of the Hill format, the next challenger awaits, and it's once again a Korean battle. It's Sock. So, what do we have? The wrong players, that's for sure. There we go. So Sock is pretty decent versus Orc, but look at the win rate, man. 30% barely. He needs some special cheese strats, I guess, or some luck, since we are on Terrana Stand LV. Before we go into the match, thank you, Picky, for the first time sub. You get all the replays, of course, if you're in the Back to Warcraft sub squad. So, what do we have? A Mountain King first for Sock in this matchup. This is so unusual. It's of course good damage. It's good control as well. But it's no Water Elementals, it's no Brilliance Aura, and that will hurt him, I guess. So, you can snipe creeps better with Stormbolt and Footman. And on this map, I think that's a valid choice. Like, this item is so big. This item can be really good. This item can be really good. Especially this one, like Book of the Dead or Wind of the Wind. Wind of the Wind, against Orc, maybe not so much, but I can see that working. He goes for the Mercenary Camp to have at least some healing. But this is then no tower rush at all from Sock. Maybe better late game control with Clap and later Blizzard. Like, this is certainly a late game play by Sock. Mental of Intelligence is nice for a little more intelligence. Obviously. So, more mana, I mean. And access to the Mercam. FoCuS is going for a very interesting creep route. Or scout route. It's going for the shop immediately. Or for this one immediately. But Sock is catching him a bit off guard. Going for a position where FoCuS is not expecting him. Sees the movement now and knows, okay, on the left-hand side of the map, I can do some more and level up my Mountain King a little better. Still tier 1. Blade Master has nice items already with the Slippers and Circlet. And is on the way to tier 2 with the 1 burrow tech. Motion of Greater Healing against the Blade Master, never wrong. Is it more mercenaries yet? No, not available. Well, he's building a farm, so he has constant access to it. Very unusual human orc here for a start. Does he want boots already? Just saw something. Okay, and this is the snipe that I mentioned before on this Enforcer. But there must be... Oh, there's no dust. Clap for creeping is hard, but the first steal is already there. It wasn't the big one, so it's not that bad, but he's getting... Oh, almost the second one as well. Did he get it? I'm not too sure. But he has to make sure to get the Enforcer. He sees the Blade Master now thanks to the reveal. But FoCuS is standing in the middle of the Enforcer, so he can't Stormbolt him. That's so nice. Mountain King needs this for level 3. And he gets it. Wind of the Wind as well. There's not much mana. Can he use him and surround him immediately? There's no Wind Walk, but Sock a little slow on the item usage here. That was a decent harass, but Sock got what he wanted. He got the item, he got the Wind of the Wind, and there's still no mana. Like, this kill is guaranteed. Okay, mana in 3, 2, 1, go. So Wind Walk out. Wind Walk out. There we go. Tier 2 tech is reached. So FoCuS seems to be a little overwhelmed. Like, his Shadow Hunter is late. He was floating at 1,000 resources. He's expanding? Tier 1 Mountain King expansion. That's certainly a pocket strat. But the Mountain King is out of mana now. He used a lot for that first creep spot there, or for the second creep spot here. With double clap and a Stormbolt to get the grunt kill. Was worth it though, since he got level 3. And the item. But now he has to play way more careful than before. FoCuS again, sniping an item.
Are under attack.
Didn't really work too well. Shadow Hunter now. Double Bestiary. No Lodge. Since he knows that casters will be pretty late for Sock, he's still not attacking. And the expansion is only up now. There must be an investment into towers. He can go into Mass Raiders or Mass Wyvern. Since the towers are coming up already, I think rather Mass Raiders. Or Wyvern into Raiders. Yes. That's it. Most likely.
The player's forces are under attack.
There is no anti-air in this army at the moment except Stormbolt, and I think he has level 2 clap, so it's even weaker. He has the mercenaries, but they can be sniped easily, especially once you have hacks. So far this turned out well for Sock, who's at 800 gold, lacks lumber. But how much time will FoCuS have now? And how much time will the Wyvern buy? FoCuS was once one of the weakest Orc versus human players. But now he has a lot more versatility in his play. A lot more options to go for, especially with the beginning of Tier 2. And there's only one tower here. Can the 2 Wyverns shut it down? Some free hits, that doesn't help. And the Tier 2 tech is starting. Healthstone again. A lot of healing here. Wyvern are going into the base where it's only a scout tower finished. And this one. No masonry upgrade. He's out of range with this one. And that results in the kill. And since he's already low on lumber, you see it here, 700 gold. Just a little bit of lumber. That's good. And that's effective. Level 3 DM, level 2.5 SH. Is he going into Raiders? Yes. 3 Wyvern into Raiders. Oh, 4 Wyvern into Raiders. With those 3 Wyvern, he should... Ah, okay, now we have a Masonry upgrade. That changes a lot. Just about to say he could get the towers now, but with the Masonry upgrade, I don't think so. But this Shredder needs to be protected. This Shredder needs to be in range of the towers.
A town is under siege.
So how much can he kill? FoCuS buying a lot of time. But the drop is coming. And ooh, these burrows look mighty juicy. Nice clap into the peon line. A few of them get saved, but you should be able to kill 2. Oh, no, not really. Wind of mana stealing. Very nice now against the Mountain King. But on the other side, no real anti-air for FoCuS in this army. Since it's all here. Shredder is still up. So both players are being really annoying. Which of course helps Sock since he has a backup expansion. And is scouting for the another one. There's no peon moving. Oh, mass repair. He needs it for the second hero. This could be a big pickup. He takes out the repairing peasants now. I know there's a drop, but it's not too impactful. So this is way more important here. And he can't kill this. I mean, he can kill this. So he can't build a second hero. So many peasants lost already. Blood Mage second. Where did it get out? He's buying time with that rifle, man. Blade Master around again. Can we go for the Taskmaster? Nope, Wen of the Wind being used, Lionheart of Stormwind, and then the save. But now it's time for the altar to die. 2 Raiders, 4 Wyvern, a Grunt, a Shadow Hunter. This throws him back big time. He doesn't have pillage, so he didn't get too many resources from this. And a counter expansion is coming. The Wyvern play by FoCuS again, man. So strong. But it was a big investment. Like, if this fails,
forces are under attack.
Then what? Transitioning out of Wyvern is so hard. Altar of Kings being rebuilt in the back. We do get another barracks here, another sanctum. But it's not working. Oh, now the Shredder. The floodgates are open. Like, he can storm this base. There are 3 towers and 2 riflemen, so he will not lose this game here. Expo shut down, by the way. So many peasants, man. What a slaughter in this base! Can he get out in time? There's the speed scroll. But what's this? This is the army? That's ridiculous! You can hope for a Hail Mary hero kill, but that's about it. 1 Raider falls, but he's surrounded there, kind of. Call to arms being used, but that's only like 2 peasants or so. And 5 on the Mountain King. He has another Stormbolt or Bash. Clap. Here we go. Stormbolt, the big one. Oh, Windwalk helps him though. And now he TP's out. Good decision by FoCuS to have a Townfall ready here. But he did so much damage. He wanted to go for a counter expansion in the meantime, so it didn't work out perfectly. But he delayed the Blood Mage by like 5 minutes or so. Oh, 4 minutes. He lost the barracks. He lost the altar. He doesn't have double Arcane Sanctum. Goes for mass rifleman now. Which is not a good thing against the Raider transition. And it's close to level 4/4. Tier 3 tech even. For more Wyvern and Raiders. So very interesting to see not a single Walker and no Walker transition against human. This Blood Mage is so squishy, holy shit. Rifleman upgrade, the second one.
A player's forces are under attack.
But no second expansion attempt. Maybe he's waiting for the tiny Great Hall. That would make sense for sure. Can he break these towers? With Heal Wave, it's only 3 Wyvern. Usually that shouldn't work. Uh-oh, this poor Blood Mage. He can banish himself because there's no magic damage. But once he's out of mana, he will fall so quickly. He has no Siphon, so the value of this Blood Mage is basically 0 at this point. Stormbolt is super hard. I mean, of course, there is value for Banished Bolt to go for the hero focus. And it worked quite well, I think. So far. But now, soon to be out of mana. $58 supply for Sock. FoCuS stays at 50. He can't afford upkeep at the moment. But tier 3 is done. Still floating at a 500 gold. This must be the tiny Great Hall then. Yeah, it's moving 4 peons over. There we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sock is still recovering at this point. His level 5 Mountain King kept him in the game. 3 ivories now. Second expansion? Is he pushing with this? Towering the expansion, like position himself here on the bridge with a lot of riflemen, can work. What does he have against raiders? Clap, yeah. Bold, yeah. But these riflemen won't do anything against him. This expansion is not paid off. Mass militia train coming. Is Sock already in a position to do this? 65 supply. It's a lot of piercing damage though. So the Wyvern don't do too much. The Raiders and Blade Master, they have to carry FoCuS. Sock is doing way better than a 30% win rate looks like. So here we go, going for the Blood Mage, but what a nice banish this was, preventing the damage completely, and the Shadow Hunter killed with the clap, so now there's no healing anymore, and the Riflemen, they can take out the Wyvern one by one. Level 2 on the Blood Mage, finally, the clap was once again super nice, hitting 4 units at the same time, and he can lose a few Riflemen, but yeah, that's it. Without the Shadow Hunter, there's no way of winning this fight for FoCuS, and surprisingly, Sock takes out the team captain and gives the 2-1 lead for Team Lin once again. That this worked out is rather surprising to me. I didn't expect that at all. FoCuS maybe waiting on upkeep a little too long. Maybe the wrong unit composition. Because he wasn't aware of the mass rifleman, right? Was he a little too reliant on his heroes? On his Blade Master? He wasn't really pinned. It was seemingly an overwhelming mass. And the level 5 TC MK was really good. So much control with this Mountain King against units with clap and against the heroes. Like, he really shut down the heroes. And then the 3 towers in the base made a big difference as well. That he decided to go for 3 towers there helped him a lot. So the next map will be Twisted, and the next player will be Lawliot. 4th place at GCS for him. And I don't think we need a break at this point then, since the game will be set up rather quickly. Next game is up, as I said. And we have another sub. Thank you, Pirate Ghost. So if you want these replays, feel free to sub. And you will get it on our Discord then, discord.backtowarcraft.com. We have the lower bracket final tomorrow. This is the lower bracket semifinal. So Team Infi is waiting there for the winner of this clan war, with Infi, TH, Reshishi, and Life. Team FoCuS is struggling, man. They do have Lawliot, they do have Chumiko, and they have a Revive, but Lin has Lin and 120. That's gonna be hard. That was a huge win for Sock. You look like Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Star Wars prequels. Man, I heard that quite a bit, and I really don't see it, but whatever, man. Thanks, I guess. since everybody is cheering for an Obi-Wan Kenobi solo movie, maybe I should go for that. I should apply for that role, I guess. I went to 4 concerts this week, by the way. If you follow me on Twitter, you kind of saw it. On Monday, I saw a Star Wars metal cover band called Galactic Empire. They are in full costumes on stage. Darth Vader, a stormtrooper, Boba Fett, and this red guy from the new movie. That was so weird and so awesome at the same time. Very hard to describe the feelings. But yeah, if you're into Star Wars and into metal, go check them out. Galactic Empire. They're amazing. They do have really good videos on YouTube as well. Shout out to them. On Tuesday I saw Matzen, a pretty famous German band. They played a concert for free, so I went. And right after, I went to H2O, one of my favorite hardcore bands in the world. And boy, I'm not doing any sports. I'm not fit at all. I'm exhausted rather quickly. But I moshed through those 2 concerts like a madman. On Wednesday, though, everything hurt. Every single inch of my body hurt so bad. But it was worth it. At the H2O concerts, you know that hardcore is a lot about including people and building a community and stuff. So H2O is one band that carries the spirit the best, I guess. And there was a guy in a wheelchair, and he was rocking like crazy, like bouncing around and stuff. He was not afraid or shy to join the mosh pit. So that was pretty inspiring already. And then people got him up, so he kind of crowd surfed in his wheelchair. And he had the best evening of his life, I guess. That was so cool to see. And that's what the hardcore and punk scene should be all about. Right? Making those moments, creating those moments. And that's why I love that scene so much. Most of it. There's always assholes who do this violent dancing, which is just the worst shit possible, but man, that was a little spirit of faith in humanity restored when I saw this. That's how you know the pit was good. Oh, the pill? Oh, the pit. Man, I don't take pills. Thank you, Unity. We will. So, Sock is ready. Looks like Lawlight is ready as well, and he has to win, man. In German we have a word called Zugzwang. Let's see if there's an English equality to it. Ah, it's actually Zugzwang. Nice, so I can say that now. Awesome! Didn't know that this German word is actually used in English, but... yeah, Team FoCuS under Zugzwang. He needs to win this now, man, otherwise... it's down to Chimiko. Zugzwang? Kind of. So, map number 4. Sock versus Lawlight. Sock again, part of Team Lin. Surprisingly eliminates FoCuS here. Again, his win rate is below 30% against his opponent, but well was he prepared for FoCuS. And now, let's see if he's as prepared for Lawlight. Twisted Meadows is the map. And that's pretty good for Night Elves in general, since the Days of Moon, you can expand so many times on so many different positions. You can do Huntress pushes, AP pushes, wait for bears, a lot of options. You just have to be aware that humans can go for a Naga Tower push or a Tinker Tower push, but only the Chinese do that usually. One of the Chinese guys goes for a Tinker expansion now. But we don't see a neutral hero build order. This is Archmage or Mountain King again. The question for the Night Elf is Demon Hunter or Warden or Keeper, actually. It should be a Demon Hunter. Yeah, tried and true. High spot another transition. Yeah, that's true. Saw that as well. I wonder if there's any good chess streams out there. Yeah, chess.com streams at least the World Championships. I don't know if they stream too much. But there's quite a big chess community.
A player's forces are under
pretty
attack.
cool. My grandpa taught me about chess when I was like 5, so I know the basics. Chess is pretty cool. So Sok already waking up the creeps here, making it harder for Lawlight to go for the Shadow Priest early. Maybe even stealing it. He doesn't have the resources yet, I guess. Lawlight is supply stuck though. So Sok can steal this, and there we go. No early healing, no early dispel on Lawlight's side. He actually fucked that up a little. But he should be able to go for the Rock Golem and get the last hit here. Everything else would surprise me. That was real close. The fireball was already flying. But he gets the majority of this. Oh, it's a Naga. He cancelled the Archmage and is going for a Naga now. So much pressure on Lawlight. The Engine of War is low. The Demon Hunter is low. He's super lucky to get the big potion of healing here. Is this a tower push coming now? Not really. He's teching. So Naga first tier 2 tech. Okay, good point for the Naga is right click damage and control. But she's so squishy. This should be the potion for the Demon Hunter soon. Not really. Not using the mana burn here to save his mana. To be able to just heal from the Moonwells. And tier 2 tech is coming. But yeah, that's the potion forced at least. And now the Naga, I guess, has to run away. But the Demon Hunter is not level 2. The item is gone already. And again, Sok was prepared for this. More reinforcements coming. And Lawlight is in like a lot of trouble, I guess. He's stabilizing now. The Engine of War is still alive. That's a good thing.
A town is under siege.
Boots are great now, though. Saving the Shadow Priest to the back. Saving the Naga with the boots. And even with Militia scaring the Night Elf away now. Continuing to creep with the Archer and the Berserker here. I like that. So it's finally going to be level 2 for the Demon Hunter for evasion. But, oh, nice block. Did you see that? Perfectly done. So he couldn't dive, couldn't kill the Footman, and took more damage. Tech is halfway done, but we don't see a Huntress Hall. So I don't know if he wants to get into mass range. We have 4 Archers and a Berserker. Usually assigned for range to have more than 4 range units. But no, Huntress Hall is coming here. Sok's tech on the other side is almost done. He's going for a Blacksmith in the back. So looks like a rifle push. So rifle push is always a timing thing. If Lawlight can stall the time to go for bears, it's most likely gonna fail. Defense is gonna help a lot in those early fights though. Is it finished? No, not yet. And I guess he needs the shop. Like he has 4 supply on the field that can't be used. But the tech to bears is quite long. So he does have a timing here. 1 Arcane Sanctum, no shop. Archmage second.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alchemist for Lawlight. That could be Acid Bomb or Heal Spray still. Night Elves haven't really decided what's better. It's also very situational when stuff is better. He's creeping at the same time, level 2.5 for him. Okay, it's Heal Wave, or Heal Spray, to counter all that damage. And especially the Naga is dashing out. Naga without a Town Portal, by the way, sold it before. And yeah, that's the big value of the Alchemist. But he's using all his mana already before the push hits him. But I guess it's fine, since the army is a little dwindling. Naga is low, and there's no shop. So Lawlight's defense is pretty good. So Alchemist now, kind of the go-to second hero for Night Elves. Foggy played it, Moon played it, Lawlight is adapting now. Archmage with Aura first. Both heroes level 1, and he's losing some units. Ay. So be mask for mana regen as well. Lawlight is definitely back in this game. The rifles come out pretty late, I think. He has 2. Without long rifles, not too much mass in front. And his hero levels are so weak. So I don't really know if I like the position. Oh, Lawlight is getting so well prepared for this. Double lore up, AP coming, Engine of War back in the base, shop in the back. I don't think this looks good for Sock anymore.
Are under attack.
Level 3 and 2. Nice tankiness on the Alchemist now. Ring of Protection, as we oftentimes say, usually a crap item. But since it's tripling the armor of the Alchemist, that's really good. Oh no! He is catching the militia! So he can't fight with towers now, who are usually a big distraction. And it's only Water Elementals 1. He has a heal scroll, he has an invul, but that's about it. Lawlight is actually fighting into his base now. And everything is low already. This is not good. Acid Bomb gets a double kill most likely, depending on how well the healing is. The Demon Hunter has no items, doesn't he need them? Yeah, there's plenty of mana on the Alchemist. And a staff. Moon Juice though, looking okay. One of them is out of position. And finally the police arrives. They need to get up some towers here. Tier 3 is done. Acid Bomb was super nice! 1 kill, has to invest a heal spray, heal scroll. Sorry. And now Master Bears are done. And he has 3 of them. Against only 3 riflemen, that is certainly not enough damage. He will just punch through this with ease. Reach on the Demon Hunter, no breakers. Heal spray as well. He's just killing one unit after another. Holy cow, this is one-sided. He's trying to get rid of the Alchemist. But there's no step. Now there is level up, saves him. Oh boy. GG, that push did not work at all. And so it's the equalizer again. 2-2. Lawlight ties it up. And gets the revenge for the FoCuS kill. But now it's once again time for Team Lin to choose the next opponent, and that is either Lin or 120. Lin defeats Lawlight all the time, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see him here, but we will see that after the break. It's 2-2, first to 5 wins. Team FoCuS still has a revive, don't forget about that. Otherwise they are down to Lawlight and Chimiko. So Lin or 120, who's next? You will see in a bit. We're back with TeD's Special Funny Cup lower bracket semifinal. It's 2-2 between Team Lin and Team FoCuS. Lolai just defeated Sock, and now the team captain for the other party is stepping into the ring. My prediction was right. It is Lin, the best orc in the world. And yeah, Lolai, for such a long time, basically since 2016, he has no solution to Lin. But we have seen quite some upsets today. Especially Sock defeating FoCuS before. So is it time for another one? We go into Echo Isles. This is Orc versus Night Elf. This is Lin versus Lawlight. For the lead. Could be the first time that Team FoCuS takes the lead here. But that would be very, very, very surprising. And then poor Chimiko, man. He would have to face Lin. And then we have a revive, so it's best of 5. First to 5, actually. Not best of 5. First to 5. So, Lollight here in the upper left. Lin in the upper right. Going for a normal build. No fast attacks or anything. This matchup basically set in stone. With Demon Hunter, Beastmaster, Tinker, Talons. Versus Blade Master, TC, Raider, Walker. But maybe we'll see some Shadowhunter shenanigans. Is Lin so sure that he can do it? I mean, there's quite a lot of money on the line. $6,500 is the prize pool for this. But that would be really ballsy to do that now without warm-up. No, it's the Blade Master with all the claws that can be found and purchased here. Warden first! Okay! We have seen that before. Once on, or not once, but plenty of times, but once on Amazonia, where Lawlight played exactly that against Lin, and he succeeded. So Warden kind of out of the meta against human now. It's not in the meta against Orc at all, but Lawlight the only one playing this really. Maybe Sonic sometimes, but this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be different. On Echo Isles this can work, since you get an early level 3 and then Shadow Strike even hurts the grunts. Depends a little on how well Lin is scouting this and what his reaction to this is. Warden is out. He's not punishing this at all. He's not scouting this at all. So that's at least some time for Lawlight to get good items. Tier 2 tech here though, without a shop. So super fast tech. Lawlight cannot afford that at all. Here we go. Warden creeping up the Geomancer for less slow. Using the Lightning Shield for area of effect damage here. So well done so far. How much will this Warden catch Lin off guard? He doesn't deny anything so far. Gets a big chunk of experience. Oh, boots! This is so good. Orc units in general, not the fastest in the game. And now they will be slowed from Shadow Strike, and there's boots on the Warden for additional right clicks. Now he sees, okay, the Ogre Warrior is still here. What are you doing, bro? First, oh, wow. Nice inventory. Circlet. But the Blade Master, oh my god. This Blade Master is super low already, and the Warden has plenty of Shadow Strikes to work with. And he has no heals. There's the End Snare! Super lucky for Lawlight. His base is open, obviously, so he can go for a Wisp Hunt. But this is the first kill for sure. Invests another Shadow Strike. Don't know if that was necessary, but better safe than sorry. Blade Master prevents this next Shadow Strike with a Wind Walk. So decent position for the Night Elf. But of course, there will be a lack of mana burn. There will be a lack of right-click damage. And he didn't get the Shadow Priest. Is someone going for that? No. Relied with a Berserker. Still no healing for Lin. Dust and Circlet for the Warden for a little more mana and a little more right click.
A player's forces are under attack.
So he can't afford to lose this Berserker. But he doesn't. So that's good. And the Warden, I guess, has Blink, since he was pretty fast here. Dust being used. Found the Blade Master, actually. But he needs boots. Does he need boots as well now? I guess so. Engine of One position. Warden can't attack any further. She needs level 3. The Orc units are way too massive to just deal with the level 1 Shadow Strike. That doesn't do too much. Blade Master has a staff now coming in, but it's too late for this. And if he gets this Trapper, that should be level 3 for the Warden. Still no healing. I wonder why he's not using Shadow Strike. I mean, he can heal against that easily once he has heal cells, but he doesn't, so I guess the Shadow Strike would buy him a lot of time. He doesn't get the Trapper. Doesn't finish the spot. He was waiting for level 3. It's not 50 experience, right?
Forces are under attack.
So he realizes it, and it's not enough. Uses the Shadow Strike and gets out. Warden still has mana. Warden is at tier 2. On the other side, Shadow Hunter, Beastery, and Lodge. No TC this time. Against Talons. There's no Huntress Hall. Demon Hunter second. Rushing tier 3. Before Engines of War. Alright. With Hex, of course, you have a good disable. But can you control the Warden, really? Oh, Dust being used as well. And this time, it's the level 2 Shadow Strike, but being denied again thanks to the Hex. And that's double important because there was a heal self running, so he got a little bit more HP and prevented the damage. Well done from Lin, man. Of course, the damage is ticking now, but he can heal against it, and there's another Hex to prevent the next Shadow Strike. No expansion. Double Engine of Wind here, but will this SH be enough? I mean, the Blade Master has no levels. The Blade Master has a decent but not overwhelming inventory. Demon Hunter second now for the mana burn. This can actually work. This can actually work.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lin has some time now before the first talents appear to get something done on the map. The Warden is harassing, but he's not super powerful. He stopped grunt production almost entirely, right? Like, he lost one and got a second one, but that's it. Since that's a decent target for the Warden, he's expanding now, since he doesn't expect too much pressure, which is justified, I guess. Since Lolite will be waiting for tier 3 for the Master upgrade. So that can work as well. Question again, how fast will this be scouted?
Are under attack.
Hunter got some levels. Warden is waiting for the steal here. Let's take a look. 524. Oh, gets it, but did he get the experience? That's the big question. No, he didn't. He did not. He was there in time. Another Hex being invested. Is there another Ensnare? Then the Warden could be at Z's. No, Blink out and Invul Potion. So this Warden is safe. Did actually no one get the experience here? It was so close. I don't think so, because the Shadow Hunter... did he share experience with the Blade? I guess so. Chat, do you know? Did the Orc get experience? I'm not too sure either. Master Training is coming. Berserker Strength. I don't know if that's worth it, actually. Must have went to the DH. Ah, true. Since the Warden was Hex, didn't get experience, then the experience changes to Global, and then the Demon Hunter got it. Wow. Okay. Not too bad, actually. Night Elves joined the fray with the Murlocs here and backstabbing them. So harsh. Illusion scouting the main. But Lolite doesn't really want to fight now. Because Master is not done yet. No Invul, since Lolite stole the first one. Tinker third. How much can you get? Spirit Link, no Dispel, no Master Training. Is that the perfect time to fight? I don't know. Takes out the first Walker here, which is nice. And the second one immediately as well. So that's... Oh, the Raiders find the talents though. This position is not good at all. And this Walker actually survives. All the talents die. This is a mediocre fight for Lawlight. Oh boy, this is actually horrendous. Finally he has some disable. But the Raiders seem to be overwhelming. Can the Demon Hunter clean this after all?
A player's forces
Another Shadow Strike would be nice. And Blink. Doesn't get the kill. Wow, Lin's fight was so nice and now the Expo is up and running. He was a little overconfident, that's for sure. Maybe he expected Master Trading to be finished sooner. He killed the first Walker, which was nice. He didn't get the second one. And then the Raiders found the talents.
A player's forces are under
And then, like, one after another dies. 50 supply for Lin. 35 for Lawlight. His heroes have to carry, but he has to split experience by 3. And that's not easy. So it's gonna be a big push. But with what? With this?
A player's forces are under attack.
Mercenaries would be nice. There's more leveling here. Level 3 now in the SH. Plus protection. Yeah. But he's doing good damage against this Expo. And that was expansive. Tension of War up front. I like that play. He has no lumber at the moment, but he can dispel a lot of Spirit Link and mana in general. Then is engaging. This Engine of War didn't finish, but it's at least distracting. Once again, open position here. No blockers at all. But Cyclone can be used now. Mass Detonate, but he doesn't hit too much, actually. Heat Wave rattling through, saving so many of those Raiders to get another kill. Demon Hunter battling the Shadow Hunter to get rid of the mana. Tinker has one more Pocket Factory. Mass Repair from Lin. I like that. Shadow Hunter is the only thing that's under pressure right now. And he's just right-clicking it. Lots of mana on the Warden. Maybe forcing more Shadow Strikes onto the second hero of Lin. I don't know. Ring around the battlefield, I guess, with the talents trying to find a position. But it's so hard. It's so goddamn hard. Tinker about to die. Warden might be forced into an invul. And this almost all in push failed. Going for an end snare, going for the invul. The Shadow Hunter about to die, but the heal scroll is there. Well done. And there must be a kill now. Tinker is the first on the menu. And with so much end snare, I can only imagine the Warden either Town Portal or dead. Lin adapting well here. Shadow Hunter's always safe now with another invul. That he went to the shop was so important in this fight. And all the heroes are low now. Trying to TP out. With a few crits, he can get it, and he does! Last second, GG, Warden play didn't work out. Lin survives. And gets the 3-2 victory, or lead again. And that means that Shimiko is next. Interesting strategy, good start. But that fight at the shop completely killed him. There was no way of coming back from this. This push was all in, and it didn't work. He didn't have too much time for the necessary engines of war. Maybe buy more time, maybe set him up across the river. But Lin's army's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and with so many raiders, you can't fight with talents. And Lawlight just desperate. I mean, in a best of one, everything can work, right? So, I really appreciate him trying this. But the amount of talents were just simply not enough. Neo looking so disappointed looking at chat. Well, once again this Todd topic comes up. And I'm so annoyed by so many different topics that constantly come up. It's just like you have 4 topics in the entire scene. And that's a little disappointing. But it's getting better, I guess. Like, if you stream as much as we do, then it would be really nice to see discussions about games. Like we had in the early stage of the cast. It was pretty nice. But the more viewers are coming in, the more the chat shifts to Warcraft 4, Balance, Grubby, Todd, Happy. So it's 5 topics actually. And it's so repetitive and so boring and always the same. So yeah, that's why I'm getting quite annoyed at that stuff. New background? Well, this is a green screen. Sponsored by Elgato. Pretty nice thing. Still have to do a video about it, man. I'm so lazy. Nice job on Rocket Beans yesterday. Was a lot of fun. Thank you, King Dingaling. I had a lot of fun myself. I hope I can go to the studio one day. Since, as I said, my Warcraft fandom started with a campaign, of course, but the Rocket Beans guys introduced me to competitive Warcraft, so being there, working with them is a big honor for me. And especially with Florentin Wills, like, he's an entertainment genius, and I hope I can learn some stuff. Inyo, can you explain why anti-magic shield cannot be dispelled? Because it's basically like, it's a shield. It's basically a summon on top of you. So if you dispel it, you do damage to it instead of dispelling the effect. So you have to dispel twice or 3 times to get rid of it. And that's why. I hope that makes sense to you. Like, I'm actually not that good at explaining stuff, as I said many times before, but I guess it makes sense, right? So are they trying, or are they thinking about reviving already? They think they can revive whenever they want. I'm not too sure. Magic is a bit weird in this game. You can slow an inner fire tank, but you can't cripple or curse it. Yeah, it's weird, right? There must be a reason behind it, and some people in the Team Liquid Discord, they know why that is. I don't. Like, it's deep down in the mechanics of Warcraft. Crippling a tank would be fun, though. Is Remo on vacation? Neo seems to cast alone up. No, the Remo is coming to Sunday, maybe? I don't know, he has a new job, so he has to work there quite a bit at the moment. But he will be back. You know, it's always hard to come back from an offline event and get back into your room and cast online games. So maybe he's suffering a little from that as well, I don't know. But Remo will be back, that's for sure. Actually, I wanted Remo to do the Rocket Beans thing, actually, but he had no time, so. What genie did you wish for your handsomeness from? Thanks a lot, man. I think actually I'm pretty ugly, but thanks, mate. He's doing escort. Man, he should, right? Ina would pay for it, I'm pretty sure. So next map is Terrana Stand in Lin versus Chimiko. And I wonder what Chimiko has prepared for this. Let's check Warcraft3.info for the stats, right? Best page in the world for stuff like that. It's 4-1 in matches, 9-5 in maps. Okay. Chimiko is rather good versus Orc, but you know, Lin is just an anomaly. Game is starting now. You have other talents, looks ain't everything. Yeah, I can cast Warcraft with it. That's nice. So, game starts on Terranas, as I say. So it is always the slowest, man. I don't know why. At worst, you're a 6 out of 10. Oh boy, I don't know about that. Depends on the standard, I guess. Chimiko beat Lin with tower rushes quite a few times, but in normal games, Lin just owns him. Yeah, Chimiko was really good with those tower rushes, but the thing is, Lin is really good in defending those tower rushes, so... Let's see what he has up. So, this could be a Fire Lord. This could be a normal Archmage. Oh, yeah, Alpha. I thought it's a Barracks for a split second, but no, it's an Alpha. What else could it be? Like, I think that's the most likely thing, right? Archmage or Fire Lord nowadays. On Terranas, of course, rush distance is pretty big. We saw Sok surprisingly defeating FoCuS here on this map with the Mountain King first. But this is that would be something very special, and I don't think Chimiko should go into macro games or longer games with Lin. Since Chimiko's special is like micro, blocks, surrounds, stuff like that, and the tower rushes, so... The shorter this game is, the more likely it is for Chimiko to win, I guess. But yeah, we know how strong Lin is. He made Infi desperate. It's a Mountain King. At least he starts with the Mountain King. Maybe he just sees that... Or saw that Sok was so successful with it. And just tries it again. But I don't know if that's working against Lin. I feel like humans try for a later game nowadays. Try to go for more expansions, since I saw on Echo Isles how desperate some orcs are against it. And Terranas, of course, with all these items, and with the snipeability of the creeps, this might be another map where expansion is viable.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, Chimiko in the upper left, Lin in the upper right. Is Lin going for the more normal creep route this time? It would be this one and this one. FoCuS did not go for that. And that was one of the reasons that Sok's early was so good. Like, he wasn't scouted at all, and Lin is doing the same creep route. Or scouting route, I guess. So Chimiko plays like Sok, Lin plays like FoCuS. If everything goes according to the other game that we saw, then Chimiko is surprisingly winning this. What game is Blizzard working on right now? Warcraft 3. So we do have a level 2 Mountain King for Clap and Bolt. We do have a Wand of Mana Stealing. This could hurt Lin, but not at the moment. If he can deny Windwalk and Bolt surrounds him then it's a really good item. Lin on the way to tier 2. 60% done already, and it's actually the expansion. It's actually the expansion. Lin is harassing this. But if Chimiko controls it well, then... you should be able to get the Enforcer. So clap onto everything. Oh, Stormbolt to control the Blade Master, but I think a little too early. No, Lin doesn't get the first one. Lin doesn't get the second one. He needs to get something done here. Okay, at least he gets this one here. And a Footman. But Mountain King gets the Enforcer and level 3, that's the most important thing. Wand of the Wind, Cyclones him immediately, and now the combo of Wand of the Wind and Wand of Mana stealing. How long is the Windwalk duration? Ah, he doesn't use it. He doesn't use it in time. Whew, that could have been a Blade Master kill, actually. But it's time for the Expo now. On the other side, Lin going for 1 Bestiary and SH. And Lodge. So it's not a Wyvern play. It's Raider Walker. I don't know how he wants to break this Expo by Raider Walker. I think this must be a counter expansion then. Lumber Mill for the Wyvern protection. Blade Master's still level 1, but yeah, he can snipe that easily. I wonder, is he banking already? Kind of is, right?
Attack.
500 gold. Of course he's waiting for the tier 2 buildings to finish. Very late shop in general for Lin. And that cripples him a bit here. The Shadowhunter can't heal. I mean, the Blade Master can't heal with heal cells. It was all a little too late. So what's his item here? Chimiko's being more aggressive than Sok ever was, because he has more time, because there's no Wyvern. Second Hex being used here. And the Blade Master is low. Man, he's gonna find him with a Stormbolt. He could kill him. But the Blade Master has Dust. But Chimiko has Dust as well. There is, of course... Oh, there's the Town Portal. Where's the Bolt? Right before him. But man, the Enforcer goes to Chimiko. The Grunt as well. This is looking fantastic for the human now. Heal wards for creeping. And... or in biggerish fights. Oh, that shop... The lack of the shop really hurt him. And now Lin, with the loss of the town port, that doesn't have the gold for the expansion, without the Wyvern he can't pressure, and that's just the expansion paying off. And we saw that Sok had like 3 towers here, 2 towers here. Chimiko can save that gold. He needs a Shredder soon. But I guess it's fine. He's trying to harass again. Going for the Berserker, nice hacks to get this one. But he's back in charge. Cyclone to get the damage gone. And that is a safe Berserker as well. Cost a town portal, but he has 1,100 gold, that's fine.
A player's forces are under attack.
Will Chimiko allow Lin back into this game? He scouts it immediately that there is an expansion now. The expansion is late, and Lin has to hang around this expo to defend it. If there's like a little Zeppelin drop or something with the 4 footmen and the Berserker, it's gonna kill it. Easy.
A player's forces are under
Doesn't
attack.
lose healing. So after this creep spot, he can get a lot of stuff done actually. %, done is the tier 2 tech. 37 supply only by Lin. And Raiders can be easily sniped with the Stormbolt. We've seen it before. And here's the aforementioned Zeppelin. This Expo can never come up. I mean, he has Raiders to tie down the Zeppelin, but with good movement, I think that should be fine. Oh! Can he surround and kill him? And snare's lasting for quite some time. He has to decide if he wants to let the second barracks come up or not, which he wants to. He wants to surround as close as possible. So how many units get killed? Not too many, I guess. I think not a single one. Clap being used here to control. But of course everything is dizzy now. Oh, it's actually not dizzy. Because they didn't fall. But the Shredder is gone. The Shadow Priest dies, and this End Snare should secure the kill here. The rest of the army is busy with those illusions, which is kind of a waste. Level 3 for the SH. Is Lin turning this around, really? What a reaction to the Zeppelin thing. He was exposed for quite some time. So Lin knew what was coming. Rifle cast the Blood Mage, by the way. 4 production buildings. But the expo is done.
A town is under siege.
Oh boy.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's no protection for these farms. And he can't engage into this. Even Bad Riders coming against another Zeppelin, most likely. Would be very surprised to see the lame play by Lin. So base is open. Rifles get sniped. And Militia have to help this. But the expo is up and running and he has 1,000 gold. The Shredder loss hit him hard though. 2 footmen trying to attack here. There's no tower. No burrow.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Oh, nice. Applying Spirit Link to these peons is a really good move. So it's more time for the Walker here to kill the 2 footmen, but can he buy time for the burrow? There's 1 kill for sure, 2 kills for sure, if he micros it well. And so he is forcing a staff for this. A brave little footman. He could get 2 okay, with the blade master damage is too much. But he prepared well for a second harass like this. Chimiko, no mercenary camp control anymore. Is supply stuck. And banking.
A player's forces are under attack.
Breaker's coming. Priest on initiate. Sorceress on initiate. So sick how Lin was completely losing the early game. And then good scouting and an immediate reaction turns this around. Like, if the Zeppelin play works, this expo doesn't come up. Usually.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are
Chimiko's resources are imbalanced for such a long time already. Lin level 4-3 with Kodos now. 3 walkers with Adept. Mountain King is not level 5. That will be a gigantic level up. Oh no! If you're a Chimiko fan, this inventory spells disaster for you guys. Plus 9 intelligence, so much mana, and the Vamp Aura. Decent clap, but the position is also bad. The Blood Mage is out of position here. Another clap. That hit well, though. But the casters are being caught off guard. He's losing more and more riflemen, which are not that useful in general. The Mountain King's mana is gone. So no more Stormbolt, no more clap. Makes it easy for Lin to control this. 67 supply for the Orc. A lot of stuff is about to fall, though. So this is like the rubber band effect. The Kodo Beast has eaten, this Kodo Beast has eaten. So 6 supplies in the stomachs here. And the Raiders don't get attacked. They are like distracted by this Rifleman in the north. But the Mountain King, yeah, he has to TP out. 1 Raider down. Can he focus another one down? No. And this Troll Bat Rider is so annoying. So Lin gets this upper right creep spot, which would have been so important for Chimiko to get his level 5 SH. But he can't engage, since his army is too small, his mana is still low. Yeah, of course! Of course it's a Pendant of Energy, of course! 675 mana. That's just ridiculous. That's just so ridiculous. He can cast until the end of days.
Forces are under attack.
Chat is saying it as well, that they don't like the rifle play. Me neither. Especially if you don't micro it perfectly. Counter polymorph from the spell breakers here. Pretty good move. So Lin's army is completely overwhelming. Lack of damage, decent blockers, but lack of healing and lack of slow as well. There is a staff out, but no TP, and Shamiko's first hero dies. And that was such a big reason for Sok to win this game. Without a Mountain King, you can't do anything. And for the first time, Lin is back in the lead here, or advances the lead, improving the lead. Takes the 4-2 and match points now. So there's only the revive left for Team FoCuS. And who will they seed? Sok was good against FoCuS. But apart from that, it's looking kind of desperate, man. FoCuS in Orc Mirror is good, but no match for Lin. Lawliot is pretty good versus Orc, but it's no match for Lin. Sok with a pocket strat? Lucifer? I don't know. Lucifer is on Lin's team, of course. Shamiko again after that good early game? Hard to tell, actually. What and who can stop Lin? That's the question. We're gonna have some time. So if you have some questions, let me know. Of course, if you like what you see, feel free to follow us. We're getting closer to 50,000 followers here. 47,500 broken. And if you want the replay packs and if you want to support us on Twitch, then feel free to subscribe here somewhere. You, of course, can throw us a donation as well. Or buy our merchandise that I'm not wearing today, but the Back to Warcraft shirts, you know that, at b2wshop.com and de. Or, use our Amazon referral link. It's also a pretty good help. FoCuS' team is the weakest in my opinion. Yeah, maybe he valued friendship over skill. I don't know. The legendary coach of Florentine. Legendary already after one cast. Well, there was an FFA to determine the teams. The team captains played an FFA. There was one by Infi. He picked TH. Lin got second place. He picked 1-2-0. And then, Fly was left with WFZ. FoCuS chose Lawliot. I think it's okay. But, we have... It was, the first two players to pick a player were pretty lucky. Or deserved. More people will find their way here from the coaching VOD. Yeah, man, it's crazy how those VOD got clicked. It's absolutely insane. Sup, Neo finally had the chance to watch the Donuts at Nova Rock. What an amazing band. They are so good live. So much positivity. Always, for years and years, fighting racism, fighting inequality. So, big shout out to the Donuts, even though they're not playing Goodbye Routine anymore. Thank you, Aiden Rendino, 14 months of subbing. What happened at Rocket Beans? Is there a replay pack? Unfortunately not yet. I'm a coach now for one of the moderators of Rocket Beans TV, Florentine Will. And yeah, that was the first show yesterday. It's up on their YouTube channel. I don't know how many clicks that had already. Let me check. YouTube, Neo, Back to Warcraft. 16,000 clicks already. And more than 100 comments. It's so sick. And it's less than 24 hours. Link to the YouTube channel. I can link you to the video directly. Oop, there we go. It's in German though, because Rocket Beans TV is a German streaming station. And now, the opponent of Lin is, seems to be FoCuS. So this will be decided in an Orc Mirror. The team captains fight each other. Yeah, it is FoCuS on Last Refuge. Is that the best shot? Maybe a Tower Rush? Maybe a human Tower Rush would have been the better chance. On Last Refuge, though, hard. I don't know if they could pick the map or not. I don't know how this works, actually. Oh, well, this is such an uphill fight. And FoCuS has to defend 1-0. And FoCuS has to defend the revive. So, FoCuS has to carry his team now, otherwise they're out. Thank you, Mr. Moonstruck. 14 months of resubbing. How do I follow to show my support, Kappa? Yes, Aiden and I subbed in the same month. I think we're soulmates. I think so too. You can follow here somewhere, right? We're on our road to 50,000 followers. There's nothing better to do in the Friday afternoon than to have a little talk about... Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay, game starts, everybody. This might be the final map of the day, and then we determine, or we have, might have determined the opponent for Team Infi. They will play tomorrow in the lower bracket final, once again at 1 PM CEST. And it looks very, very good for Team Lin. Game starts, okay. I set everything up correctly. Looks like it. Here's the stats. Most likely the best two Orc Mirror players in the world facing each other in this matchup now. 66 and 63%. And I think most of the losses of FoCuS go towards Lin. It's just incredible. I mean, Lin is just... it's just different. He finds options and opportunities when no one else sees them. In Orc Mirror, where a lot of stuff is a little down to luck as well, with items and stuff. But it seems like Lin doesn't really care about that. He just has the better decision making. He just has the better ideas, I guess. So focus on Last Refuge. What can you do? We saw some Zeppelin Kodo plays here, actually. That was quite sweet. Yeah, if Lin loses, there's still 1-0. Who's not the best in team games, maybe doesn't care too much. But still, always a force to be reckoned with. In the upper right, we have FoCuS in the blue trunks, fighting for survival in TeD's special Funny Cup. In the bottom left, we have Lin, who took out Chimiko and Lolite in a row. Could be a third one. Almost an all kill. Yeah, this can be the last match, Night End. Nice to see you back in the scene, by the way, in streaming Warcraft. Much appreciated, man. I was cheering hard for you at the MTW days. Thank you, Slamka, for the 4-month resub. Thanks for the great GCS coverage. Oh, yeah. Doing my best, man. Doing my best. So, Lin with the 2-burrow tech. Already a little interesting. Therefore, no shop in his build. So tech should be around the same time. FoCuS with a shop, so should be pretty clear according to the build what their plan is. FoCuS, harass, Lin, creeping. But on the other side, they do quite the opposite here. At first, of course. So Lin ultra aggression, then retreating a bit. And FoCuS wants to do it the other way around. So Sentry Wards here is of course always nice against the Blade Master. Gloves of Haste, okay. Tech is on the way. And as I said, around the same time. So the thing is, if FoCuS applies... Oh, nice ward. So much vision. If FoCuS can do some damage to Lin, then he has to retreat and loses a lot of time.
The town is under siege.
But on the other side, he can do this. And go into the maze. And kill 2 burrows. Ooh, this is so rough. The game is like, what, 4 minutes old? And this is already so good. For Lin. Oh no. Sorry for the little lag here. We have a server connection to China, which is not always the most stable. And FoCuS is stuck on 1 grunt for so long. And Lin has 1 grunt, 2 grunts. I guess the 3rd one is coming. Yes. So he can creep forever now. What a timing by Lin. Knowing this. And yeah, there was no chance to hurt the Blade Master too much. And that time that he bought, he can easily get it back. FoCuS gets level 2 here though. And a replenishment potion, which is nice for 1 more Windwalk.
The town is under siege.
And he can play a little more aggressively. 2 techs almost done. Lin is not banking too much here. But only now FoCuS can go for the 2nd grunt. Is he actually going for it or is he just waiting? Of course Lin gets it. And Lin got the item as well. FoCuS invested quite a few HP into this and got nothing in return. Holy cow. This is so far just a demonstration of force by Lin.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lodge SH. And FoCuS has no resources here. For neither Lodge or Bestiary. He's quite crippled in what he's doing. Blade Master is only level 1 though, so no critical strike for him. I think this will change soon. 1 more kill. Can he save this grunt? Does he have a speed scroll? Yes, he does. There is Windwalk. Lin baited that one a little. Doesn't want to use it here, as it seems. Oh, speed scroll and healing now. And the Shadow Hunter should be right around the corner, so this will be disabled as well. And the dust goes to Lin, of course. FoCuS. Not one thing went really good for him this game. For now. But we've seen quite a big turnarounds. Quite a few big turnarounds in Orc Mirrors. Especially the 2 red spots. They will be incredibly important. As well as these ones for the mana stones and the shops for the mana potions. We have a Wind of the Wind. Can deny some healing, which is nice. Blade Master is revealed and he still gets the kill. And finally level 2 for him. And with Inner Fire and Bloodlust, this thing becomes a little hard to deal with at the moment. Hex being used to get rid of the damage. Counter Hex. Can he get a hero kill here? Oh my god, Lin so much damage. Wind of the Wind put to good use already. Blade Master has mana to get out. Can he be hexed or something? Oh my god. Get away, get away, get away now. And he does. That was quite close. But Lin's SH is full mana. The Blade Master is almost full health. He has so much map control now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lin at 40. Rare mistake. Forgot a burrow here. But I mean, in Orc Mirror you can always invest your gold into items. So that's okay, I guess. And he's still ahead in supply. That's also nice. But Lin can do everything he wants. It doesn't matter how close FoCuS is, he's never scared of creeping something. Scroll of the Beast, by the way, not the best item, was sold immediately, since walkers have the Dispel. Oh no, it's actually here. Sorry, wrong player. I don't like it too much, though. It can easily be dispelled. Forces a dispel, but you really want a heal scroll for that. Potion of Greater Mana. Is that the start of FoCuS's comeback? Get some units intercepted here, though. But that's a lot of healing he gets from this item. So here we go. FoCuS's Blade Master is hurt. He needs that healing. Only level 1. Ah, he doesn't have the heal wave. They're fighting with Hex only. And this damage by Lin. The 2 grunts are making such a big difference. Or the 3 grunts, actually. Scroll of the Beast being used since there is no Dispel yet. Will this do something? A Raider gets saved. This grunt not. So FoCuS has the heal wave and a lot of mana. This is actually not too bad. If he keeps a few units safe. Another Raider down. Nice ethereal moves here by Lin. Will he use the big mana now? Yes, he does. Going for a Hex to deny the damage. Kills another one here. Pretty good fight by FoCuS. Really good fight by FoCuS. But he invested 2 big items into this.
Are under attack.
So the Scroll of the Beast did pay off because he used it early. And the big mana potion was invested early for only level 1 heal waves. But he's back. He's back at 41 supply. Has a little lead, but a very late War Mill. So it will be early Kodo time for Lin.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he's catching up in supply. Level 3-3 after this. Level 3-2 after this. FoCuS has no items anymore. He has a speed scroll, and that's about it. Invo or heal scroll. He's waiting for it. The thing that can save him is a level 3 SH and shop control. He got the heal scroll here. So important in Orc Mirror. But he needs a Kodo. He can't fight without a Kodo, really. 10% damage and eats 3 supply. So that's the massive advantage that Lin has now. His disadvantage is the Shadow Hunter. Risky!
A player's forces
Very risky. But he's making the right call. Seemingly. Lures him way into the back. Really nice move by FoCuS to get a secure position here. And the Ancient Django! More movement speed and more attack speed, but now Lin finds him. Does he want to engage into this? Doesn't seem to be the case. He has a heal... Oh, now he wants. He's flanking this. And there's the heal scroll. 2, actually. Wow. Oh. No level 3 for the SH. He wants this grunt kill so bad. And he's investing a lot into it, because then he has the level 2 heal wave. And then he has a big advantage. But he's not getting it. He's not getting this kill. I think this is a mistake. Do not focus it correctly. Oh, the heal waves to save him. So nice. The Kodo is there, actually. Finally. And now we have it. That took forever and a day. And he has to use the heal waves immediately. FoCuS gets some kills done, but loses the Kodo. And there it is. The 10 supply damage increasement. That is, okay, backup Kodo is there. But where's the rest? He has 3 walkers and that's it. No control. More peons are coming and he can't really eat because the Kodo is constantly ensnared. And so that's another 3 supply advantage. Can't allow this. Shadow Hunter is dry. No clarity on him. No potion on him. And everything's falling apart for FoCuS. Once again, Lin and King of the Hill modes, man. It's just too sick. He's fighting this entire, almost the entire battle with the inferior Shadow Hunter. And there's no chance. There is absolutely no chance for FoCuS. I think he has to focus this grunt super early to get level 3 and win it from there. Yeah, this is the kill on the Blade Master as well with the backstab. Cuts his half in 2 parts, and there is the win for Team Lin. Team FoCuS is out, ending this TD Special Funny Cup on the last place. Still put on a decent fight though. Pretty surprised to see FoCuS defeated twice here. Oh, okay, the second time was quite obvious though. Yeah, Team FoCuS not doing too well, losing to Team Fly before in the winner bracket, and now we have tomorrow Team Lin versus Team FoCuS. That is 1-2-0 Lin, Lucifer, and Sock versus InfiTH, Joshishi, and Live. That's gonna be a banger, everybody, so you have to tune in. Set your alarms tomorrow, 1 p.m. CEST. And that's gonna be interesting, man. 4 of the best players in the world are in those teams. InfiTH, Lin, and 1-2-0, and it's King of the Hill mode on best of 1. That is gonna be epic! And I hope Remo's with me, I'm not too sure, but yeah. That's it for today. Lin takes it home, Lucifer with a win as well, and I hope you enjoyed this. Pretty fast stream today, 2.5 hours. But if you missed it, I will do a podcast later. I will upload immediately since I don't have to go to work today, which is quite nice for me. Thanks for the support, guys. If you like what you see, then as always, there is a sub button, there's a follow button. You can follow us on social media to check out like news about the scene and when we stream on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We have a YouTube channel for VODs, merch store, PayPal, Amazon, all that good stuff in the channel description. If you're German, you can see me at Rocket Beans TV on their gaming channel. And next Thursday, don't know if I'm going to the studio or if I will stay at home, but hopefully this is becoming a regular thing. And with that being said, as you know, only one more thing to do. I hope there's some more Warcraft content here on Twitch right now. Either Todd or Night End or Ente. I don't know. You will find something. And yeah. If you have some criticism, let me know. Feel free to share it with me. And with that being said, bye bye.